Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham unveiling her $11.3 billion budget plan for her final year in office. Proposals include $200 million to respond to natural disasters around the state, hundreds of millions for the state fair, $65 million for affordable housing, $45 million for homeless programs, pay raises for state employees, and more than $606 million for a program making New Mexico the first state in the nation to offer free child care to all. But questions about the funding have come out, even from the child care providers themselves. Tonight, in a Target 7 investigation, Jason McNabb dives into the economics behind the program.
Natalie Aragon and her husband Zachary run Little Corral Day School in Albuquerque's Northeast Heights.
So what room are we in right now?
This is our school age room, so we do before and after school care in this room. So kids who are getting off of APS, we bus, we pick them up, we drop them off in the morning, we pick them up in the afternoon.
The daycare also provides for infants.
It's a lot of work. It's totally worth it. We love it, but I would say a lot more work goes into the infant room than any other classroom, because at the end of the day, the infants are completely dependent on providers.
Natalie and her husband Zachary are one of nearly 800 licensed care providers that got word that everyone in New Mexico will have access to free daycare for their children.
When you first learned that the governor was introducing universal child care, what was your immediate reaction?
A little bit nervous. You know, what is this going to entail? What are we going to have to change?
The program is rolled out to all New Mexicans on November 1st, no matter their income. Previously, only families making 400% of the federal poverty level qualified. But with the expanded access, some are now raising alarm bells about cost and sustainability.
It's going to be very, very expensive.
Paul Gessing is the president of the Rio Grande Foundation, a taxpayer watch group. He's referencing this report released by the state's Legislative Finance Committee. It warns that spending could double from $450 million currently to nearly $850 million annually by 2027.
Depending on uptake and further inflation and the challenge of bringing new providers into the system, this could just be the starting point in terms of those price increases.
The report also says the number of children qualifying for the program also tripled from just under 100,000 to 326,000, with only 31,000 care slots available. Emphasis is also placed on infant care, with the report warning of an extreme shortage of those specialized providers, including in Bernalillo County.
We've increased the level of subsidies, but not the supply of available child care.
Riley White is an economics professor at the University of New Mexico. He told Target 7 parents and providers alike could be faced with the classic case of supply and demand.
When the state sets a price on available and how much they're willing to pay for child care, the question is how does the market for child care providers respond to that? And so because it's setting this rate, what's happening is we're not seeing the same expansion in the number of child care providers.
Do you think this program is going to be sustainable?
Yes, I absolutely do.
Elizabeth Grzinski is the cabinet secretary for the state's Early Childhood Education and Care Department in charge of the program. She's not worried about the LFC's report. She says her department's numbers, based on historical data and projections, shows care slots have increased by 20% since 2019, and expansion is continuing at a comfortable rate.
We're estimating 4,500 new spaces are going to be opening up for children across the state, which we know we need.
Grzinski also doesn't anticipate costs will double for fiscal year 2027.
And we have increases happening at $600 million in 27.
We're not asking for another, $1 billion. No one's raising taxes in order to pay for that.
Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham doesn't anticipate the costs to go to $800 million either. In fact, her budget recommendation released Monday ahead of the upcoming legislative session for fiscal year 2027 recommends $600 million, just as Grzinski calculated.
What we're hearing from families is this has been the relief they've been looking for.
As for Natalie and Zachary at Little Corral Day School, they're trusting the process.
What we can know is that state usually has a plan. I don't think they're just flying blind right now. I think that they truly believe it is sustainable. So that's our hope as well.
For Target 7, I'm Jason McNabb.
If you have a tip for us to investigate, call 505-884-6347 or email target7tips@koet.com. With Christmas Eve happening tomorrow, today marks one of the busiest travel days of the year. According to AAA, more than 122 million people will be traveling 50 miles or more between now and January 1st. Right now, flights at the Sunport remain steady with less than 20 delays currently and zero cancellations. The Sunport expects more than 250,000 travelers between now and early in the new year. The Sunday after Christmas is projected to be the busiest day for travel. And no matter how you are traveling, our Get the Facts data team has you covered. From county by county gas prices to live updates on flight delays and cancellations, you can find it all at KOAT.com. More record warm December temperatures today. That has sounded like a broken record. Here's Chief Meteorologist Byron Morton.
Yeah, you got that right, Ron. Not feeling very much like December. Check this out. Albuquerque, not the record, but we hit 63, which is well above 17 degrees above our average high of 46, the record 72. Santa Fe, Farmington, both record highs for today in the lower 60s. Roswell, you see shy of the record at 73, but well above average in lots of areas. Saw those record highs. Durango into Farmington, Gallup, Grants, also Santa Fe into Las Vegas and Tucumcari with near 80 degrees for Clovis, a record high there. Hobbs too at 79 and low to mid 70s from Silver City into Deming, Lordsburg and Alamogordo. Temperatures have come down off those records, but still feeling pretty mild across all parts of the state. And we do have some clouds that are beginning to filter in to north and west New Mexico. That's in advance of our next change. If you look at the bigger picture, you see those rain showers from Las Vegas, Nevada into areas of western Arizona. That's that first wave of moisture that's going to be impacting parts of New Mexico for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I'll time it out and show you what you can expect. But first, let's get back to Ron.
All right, Byron, now take a look at this video. Albuquerque Fire Rescue battling these flames last night near Central. We're told multiple encampments were lost to this fire. It's an ongoing concern in the area. Faith Ibuanu has the latest.
Plumes of black smoke in the air. A fire erupting in this back parking lot of Quirky Books in northeast Albuquerque. Albuquerque Fire Rescue putting the flames out Monday night.
I thought it was crazy.
AFR telling us possibly 6 encampments caught on fire. Thankfully, no injuries. However, an ongoing concern. Less than 24 hours after that fire erupted here near the bookstore, many of them have returned back to their encampments. As you can see, there's still a few tents behind the back parking lot. The city of Albuquerque filing an emergency application for a court order to cease operations on what they call a, quote, illegal and dangerous encampment at the bookstore back in November.
I've seen several fires over here.
Braden Cox reliving what he calls the horrors year-round. He manages Score 420, a 5-year-old business adjacent from Quirky Books.
Yeah, I've seen murder. I've seen knives get pulled on people. I've had a knife pulled on me over here. It's just not a safe place to be. We just want this whole encampment gone, in all honesty. We're actually thinking about closing the store down due to lack of sales. People are scared to pull up, scared to park.
Quirky Books owner Gillum Curley challenging the city on its decision. He is reevaluating policies and the number of tents, but his stance still remains the same, telling us it is important to help people in need until the city takes responsibility.
The city is very unfairly and inaccurately trying to portray us as a source of the problem, when in fact it is the city's failure to address the issue of homelessness in general that has caused these issues.
Faith Ibuanu, KOAT, Action 7 News.
The cause of the fire is under investigation. We reached out to the city. They tell us they will file a supplemental motion tomorrow asking the court to close the encampment immediately. They say in part it is time for this to come to an end. The judge has already ruled that Quirky Books is breaking the law and the situation is becoming increasingly dangerous. They go on to say in the past 2 months alone, there's been a homicide, ongoing drug trafficking, and now a large fire. You can read the city's full statement at our website, KOAT.com. Coming up, if you own a Kia or Hyundai and were the victim of car theft this year, you could be owed money. Details on the settlement announced today. Plus, a nonprofit in New Mexico teaching jazz to kids needs your help. How you can give the gift of music this holiday season. And for 15 years, the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center holding an annual Pueblo Gingerbread House contest. We'll show you some of this year's incredible entries. Now let's get a check on traffic. Watch 7 with Kiki Garcia. Hi, Kiki.
Good afternoon, Ron. Well, we've got crash cleanup going on right now. Westbound Paseo at 2nd Street. 2 left lanes are being blocked because of it. Try to avoid Paseo if you can. Maybe use Montano instead. For News Radio 96.3 FM, I'm Kiki Garcia for Traffic Watch 7.
Kiki, thank you. Here are your live drive times now. Alameda from I-25 to Core, 12 minutes. Paseo from I-25 to Core is up to 40 minutes. And Montano I-25 to Core is 9 minutes.
Here's today's Sunshade giveaway winner. Head to KOAT.com and enter for your chance to win a sunshade courtesy of Route 66 Casino and Hotel. Get your kicks at Route 66. You're watching KOAT Action 7 News.
Some Hyundai and Kia owners who had their cars stolen may be eligible to file claims against the company as part of a new $9 million settlement. Today, State Attorney General Raul Torres announcing the settlement against the auto manufacturers for failing to include industry-standard anti-theft technology in some of their vehicles, leaving them vulnerable to theft. The settlement includes up to $4.5 million for consumers, $4.5 million to states to offset investigation costs, plus free reinforced ignition cylinder protectors for eligible vehicles. Owners will have a year from company notice to schedule the free fix at dealerships. People who had the company's software update but still experienced thefts after April 29th of this year may be eligible to file a claim of up to $4,500. A local nonprofit teaching New Mexico kids how to play jazz music is asking for the community's help. The Youth Jazz Collaborative says it lost all funding this year after House Bill 519 failed in the state legislature, but is still running classes and expanding its Junior Jazzers program into more elementary schools, including Albuquerque's International District. The group is collecting used band instruments in working condition with donations accepted at Baum's Music in Albuquerque. And today in Albuquerque, the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center holding its 15th annual Pueblo Gingerbread House Contest. Participants range in ages from 5 to 62 and all had to create a Pueblo village, a house, community church, and other historical native architecture to compete for cash prizes. Organizers of this annual competition say the amount of detail and effort that goes into these creations is a spectacle to behold.
One of the biggest ones, I think the biggest ones is their ability to be able to capture again the certain moment or the certain era. And I think a lot of them have that ability, but I think the biggest ones again is when they inspire again like the churches or inspire something again like with that historical building.
Visitors are able to vote for their favorite gingerbread house creation up until January 4th, right before a winner is chosen for each of the 5 categories January 6th. Full details can be found at indianpueblo.org.
I would say just bringing joy, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all about the kids. If you look around, it's just the kids and how happy they are.
As part of our 25 Nights of Lights series, we're sharing the best holiday displays every day leading up to Christmas on KOAT.com. And we've shown you houses decked out in various holiday themes, including displays of Santa and the Grinch, plus others with thousands of lights. Some displays so elaborate they made it on ABC's Great Christmas Light Fight. We've had photos sent in from Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, Grants, and all across the state. To make it easy to find the best holiday displays, we have put together an interactive map on our website with a guide to holiday displays, Christmas Eve luminarias, and musical light shows. You can see all the best lights in the Albuquerque area by scanning the QR code on the screen. And if you have a great photo you'd like to share, you can post it to our YouLocal Facebook page for a chance to see it right here on air. Our Coats for Kids drive was a major success this year thanks to all of your donations and the tireless work of our partners. So we'd like to extend a heartfelt thank you to all the people at Archuleta Restoration, Nucinda, Española Public Schools, Albuquerque Community Services, and the City of Albuquerque for coming out and helping us sort coats at our warehouse. Generous community members from around the state donated either coats or cash totaling well over 9,000 coats to help keep New Mexico's children warm this winter. And we've had a record warm Christmas as it turned out, but some areas we will get to see some rain and snow too. Here's Byron.
Yeah, outside of the early morning hours, you really haven't needed any heavy coats during the afternoons with these unusual and record warm temperatures we've been feeling, as Ron mentioned. In fact, today we ended our 4-day consecutive streak of record warm temperatures starting on Friday of last week into yesterday with a pair of 69s there. Keep in mind, our normal high is just 46 degrees. We were near 70 the past couple days. 63 in Albuquerque, not the record of 72 for today, but you put it all together for the month so far. And yes, we are by a wide margin the warmest December on record. No surprise there, beating out 1958, 2010, 1939, and 1995. Live look from the Crest Camp. Quiet out there. A record warm Christmas on the way, like you heard from Ron. We'll also have a chance of some rain and mountain snow, high elevation snow for parts of New Mexico, and then watching a possible cooler weekend develop and maybe a stronger system by late in the weekend and next week will hope for that. We need the moisture. Right now, temperatures very mild for this time of year. 45 in Santa Fe, 52 in Albuquerque, still above our average high. 60s for Carlsbad and Las Cruces. Tomorrow morning, watch out for some dense fog for Lee County, Hobbs, and Lee County, as I mentioned, as well as the areas around Lovington. You want to slow down, allow yourself some extra time as that fog will develop. It does look like above freezing temperatures, though, so no freezing fog. Here's our first wave, our first impulse of energy that will bring a chance of some showers to western parts of New Mexico as we get into tomorrow evening and also Christmas Day. We've got this atmospheric river that's pummeling California with flooding rainfall, historic rainfall, and also high elevation snow there. This storm's going to dive to the south. We'll see little spits of energy coming out from it. One of them will be for tomorrow into Christmas Day, and then another one possible as we get from Sunday into Monday. But the bulk of the system's still going to hang off to the west. We wish it would just cross New Mexico and bring us some beneficial moisture, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen, at least in the near term. A quiet night for Albuquerque, and you see those clouds across state, maybe a spot sprinkle in the Four Corners region tomorrow morning. Then as we go into your Christmas Eve afternoon, by the way, great travel across all parts of New Mexico for Christmas tomorrow, Christmas Eve tomorrow, and for Santa as we head into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We will see that chance of maybe some spotty showers across north and western New Mexico. Some of those could try to make a run to Albuquerque. A spot sprinkle on Christmas Day, but more record warm temperatures likely. And you see that chance of some accumulating rainfall, not great. Up in Durango, a little bit better shot, and that chance of some snow, not in Durango proper, but for the southwest San Juan Mountains and the Tusas around Chama could see some of that snowfall. Then we get into the weekend. By Sunday, a cooler blast of air, maybe a little bit better shot at some showers around. But I tell you what, the models are beginning to trend drier already for that system Sunday to Monday. So we'll keep tracking it for you. Farmington, the Four Corners, Durango, Chinle, Albuquerque. It's got to impact weather for your Christmas Day because there could be some scattered rain showers around and very high elevation snow showers, some spotty sprinkles, Silver City, Lordsburg, Deming, TRC if you're lucky for Wednesday into Christmas Day, but most areas pretty dry and very warm for this time of the year. Into the southeast, Ruidoso, Alamogordo, Roswell, Carlsbad, and Hobbs. Yeah, you're going to stay record warmth through Christmas Day and thereafter, and then a cool down Sunday into Monday, maybe a chance of some showers if we're lucky. Raton, Las Vegas, northeast New Mexico, more record warmth through Christmas Day for Las Vegas, and then we see that cool down into early next week with that slight chance of showers. Northern mountains, I'd love to say that we're going to see lots of snow, but right now that's not in the makings. Santa Fe, a spot sprinkle possible for Christmas Day, maybe a little bit better shot as we get it early next week. We'll keep an eye on that. And right here in the metro, Bernalillo, Rio Rancho, Los Lunas, and Belen. Well, if you like warm temperatures, Ron, it's going to be the warmest Christmas on record for Albuquerque. Not only the morning temperature, but the afternoon. So if you get like a bike for Christmas, or if you get like golf clubs, you know, you'll be able to use those because it's going to be nice weather to get outside.
I can deal with the warmth.
Yeah,
It's different, but I can deal with it.
It feels nice, but we'd like to see some moisture in the mountains, that's for sure. So we'll keep hoping for that.
Thanks, Byron. Appreciate it. Up next, Christmas comes early for one John Gruden in the form of plenty of cherry, silver, and turquoise. The Lobos making their presence felt both on land and in the air today ahead of this week's bowl game.